Race 2 of the Porsche Carrera Cup France and the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux from the Le Mans Bugatti circuit. And the same front row as for Race 1 with Jamin from Vincent Beltoise, Latour and Denarde on the second row. And Roar Lindland starts well clear of Christophe Lapierre, his rival in the Gentleman Drivers' Championship. Our first race started under safety car. It was won by Mathieu Jamin, his 7th win from 7 this season, ahead of Latour, Denarde and Beltoise. This one, the second race, we're going to have a proper start. There's still a bit of rain in the air at Le Mans. The leading Belgian competitor here is Dylan Dedele. A bit more rain than this microclimate. It's pretty hot elsewhere in France. And actually we are going to have the safety car again. Well, Jamin was expecting a classic start, but there's the yellow flag. We're starting under safety car again. And there's actually more rain around than there was this morning. On the second row of the grid, Alexandre Joannem has put on the wet weather tyres. The others are still on slicks. Joannem made the right choice. We're going to have 2 laps then behind the safety car. After the first race that Beltoise's race strategy had been messed up by the rain. Beltoise did have a much better second half of the race. Beltoise did have his tyres without enough pressure in them off the start. Number 47, Joannem on the wet weather tyres. Well, Mathieu Jamin is going to be opening the road again. Imagine his tactics will be exactly the same as they were in race 1. That is, make a prudent start, hold off the rest, attack in the middle and try to pull away and control the advantage. Porsche Carrera Cup France and the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux together here. So off we go for a second lap under the safety car. Jamin 1:39.018 was his best time in qualifying for the second race. With the weather worse, I'm not sure we'll get as many laps in race 2. this will impact on Joannem's strategy. A couple of laps behind the safety car might mean he's got less benefit of his wet weather tyres. It's like it's just drying up a touch. Jamin trying to get those tyres warmer. Just having a look at different sections of the track as well. Sometimes you've got to stay away from the curbs when it's wet and just go wider because it gets so damp on the inside. We saw Jamin have a look at the wider areas at La Chapelle and Musée. It's all about checking for the grip. Very grey clouds. But, the sun trying to break through. And the safety car is going to pull in now. Jamin, Beltoise, Latour, Joannem. Watch out for Joannem off the start. Vinland, as I said, is starting this one ahead of Christophe Lapierre. 4 spots between them. Here's the green flag, so just over 24 minutes plus a lap of racing. First braking, and they're taking it carefully. Jamin, Beltoise, Latour. Oh, and they're going on eggshells behind. There were 3 abreast there, 4th, 5th and 6th. There are changes here. And it's the 47 of Joannem who's managed to make up his positions again to get back up to 4th. He had extra grip and now challenging Latour. The inside of Latour, and that's 3rd now for Joannem. There's plenty of water here. And of course that's helping Joannem. Joannem's 2nd now. And Joannem challenging Jamin. Alexandre Joannem straight through into the lead. Well, he began in 4th position on the grid, dropped to 6th, and now he's carved his way through, using the strategy of the wet weather tyres, and he's gone into the lead. Only took him about half a lap or so to get himself clear. Jamin now being challenged by Beltoise. To the outside is Beltoise. Now has the inside line, and Jamin, if he had a procession in race 1, is not having it his own way in race 2. It is Jamin down into 3rd place now. Joannem leading from Beltoise. Joannem looking for a bit of water to make sure that those tyres keep working well. It is getting drier. Thomas Laurent is in the 85. Martinet by Almeiras fighting it out with Geoffrey Denarda. This is for 3rd. Oh, it's Florian Latour there actually at the 10. And he has managed to get through as Laurent. So plenty of movement in the 3 minutes since we went green. And he's got the position back there, has Latour. Jamin going so wide. Jamin struggling at the start of the second race. Oh, Beltoise is off. It's Vincent Beltoise who was running second behind Joannem, and he's stuck in the gravel trap. Beltoise was being aggressive. And the safety car is out. It's not going to help Alexandre Joannem. Joannem had pulled out a big advantage. And now it's all going to close up again. And on a drying track, this could prove fatal to Joannem's chances of winning the race. Good news this though for Mathieu Jamin. Not only has he picked up a spot and is up to second now, he'll also have a chance to attack Joannem, who is shod with those wet tyres. What a pity for Beltoise, what a pity too for Joannem. Beltoise is going to pick up a degree in engineering. A bright lad. I don't think that degree is going to help him get out of the gravel trap. So more safety car. Need to get the car out there. It's out of the gravel trap and he's going to get going again. Alexandre Joannem behind the safety car. Mathieu Jamin second. Then the 85 of Thomas Laurent. Safety cars moved away. Joannem, who flew to the front, is going to have some trouble, you'd expect, holding on to the lead now with the menacing Mathieu Jamin with his 100% record this season behind him. Look out for the gentleman drivers battle too, with Christophe Lapierre and Roar Lindland. Joannem looking to build out a lead and then control it. 555, Julien Undlauer of Saint-Aloc. There's 55, Michelin. So Christophe Lapierre in the 911, trying to climb through the field. He started well back from Roar Lindland, 4 places behind him. Lapierre in the 911, Lindland in the 11. Lapierre getting the B category verdict after the race because of Lindland's contact with him during race 1. There is the 11, Lindland. And Lauer behind him. Linland. Looks like he's going to get overtaken by Andlauer for 5th. Yep, the Norwegian losing a position. Oh, though he touched the curb there, and you can see that it's still slippery. Andlauer managing to get it back together, get his grip again. Did well to hold it. Let's look at Lapierre now. He's challenging Linland for the leadership in the B category in the gentleman drivers. And Lapierre has the inside. Linland holding for now. And this is the battle that we were looking forward to in the gentleman drivers category. The windscreen wipers going. Still damp in some sections, this track. Schwanem still leading. He's got 7 seconds over Jamin. Schwanem managing to pull away despite this drying track. Jamin unbeaten all season long. Oh, a drive-through for the 47. The 47 is Alexandre Schwanem, not respecting the safety car procedure. Dear, oh dear. He's been driving brilliantly. His strategy was paying off. Well, did he get going too quickly or too late? Anyway, he's got a penalty. He's going to have to come in for the drive-through. And that will promote Jamin into first. He is the virtual leader, Jamin, because Schwanem has not come in. Halfway through the race, we started after 24 minutes left on the clock. No drama in race 2 at the Le Mans Bugatti circuit. Race 2 of the Porsche Carrera Cup France and Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux. Florian Latour through in front of Geoffrey Denardo, the 10 in front of the 9. Jamin still the virtual leader. Well, once things resolve themselves and Schwanem comes in for the drive-through, this 10v9 battle is really the fight for the 3rd and final spot on the podium. Tricky race for the drivers with the grip. Mixed sections of the track. Some places it's still a bit wet. Some places it's dry. Well, Schwanem keeping on going. He's got 3 laps to come in and serve that drive-through penalty. If he doesn't, then it'll be the black flag and he'll be thrown out of the race. '27th and last, Vincent Beltoise, who got going again out of the gravel trap. It's Latour in the 10, Denardo in the 9. Latour, who was 2nd in race 1, Denardo, who was 3rd. Don't want to get on the curbs too much because they're still damp. Two Sebastian Loeb Racing cars here. Similar livery. Latour and Denarder. Joannem still has to serve that drive-through penalty, but he's keeping on going again, is he? He's a long way in front, but the issue is that drive-through penalty. The 911 is Lapierre leading in the gentleman drivers category as he chases a win double. He's a decent distance now in front of Royal Inland, the Norwegian. The 99, the Belgian, Dylan Derdale. There he is. Where Vincent Beltoise is now. Has he managed to pick up any positions? He was 27th the last time the standings scrolled along the bottom of our screen. Yeah, clear of Lindland. There's Joannem. Oh, he's missed the pits again. He hasn't come in. Alexandre Joannem. His gap over Jamin is coming down. But what about that drive-through penalty? The track is now dry. I think even without the drive-through penalty, Jamin would have fancied his chances here. The sun breaking through as we return to the virtual battle for third with Latour and Denarder. Black flag for Alexandre Joannem. He's going to be thrown out of the race. It had to happen. He didn't stop. The long-time leader, Alexandre Joannem, penalised for an infraction under safety car. And now the black flag for the 47. Mathieu Jamin inheriting first place and set for his 8th win from 8. Jamin closed up to 6.4 seconds. Black flag for Joannem. So a look at a three-way battle. Michelin in there, Lindland as well. Just over 5 minutes plus a lap to go then. The second race of the day at Le Mans. Racing the 99 of Dylan Derdale. The best placed of the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux drivers. Michelin doing everything he can in the B category to try and get in between the two big guns, Lapierre and Lindlund. And it's going well for the Martinet by Almeida drivers, with Michelin trying to emulate Mathieu Jaminet by picking up a great result. In the overall, this is the fight for ninth. Ancel is behind Lindlund. Frederic Ancel of Porsche Lorient Racing. And now Joannem does come in. His race is over. The black flag. Long-time leader who tried that strategic choice of going with the wets, and it was working. But the safety car penalty should have come in for the drive-through penalty. He didn't. And he's not going to score any points at all. Well, without the yellow, maybe he just would have been able to carry on to the end. I think Jaminet would have known about the penalty. He definitely did know about the penalty, so he wasn't trying to cut the gap too much. But there was still a 6-second gap at the last check that we had between Joannem and Jaminet, who says he doesn't understand. What did I do wrong? And why the message didn't get to him, why he didn't come in. So Jaminet, the new official leader from Laurent, from Latour, and then Denarder. Nobody in front of Jaminet now. 7 wins from 7 this season. Fastest lap in this race has actually been set by Vincent Beltoise. Lindlund closing out the top 10. There's a back marker, the 14, Rodrigue Guillon. So this for the final place on the podium in race 2 at Le Mans. Latour and Denarder. Both of them on the podium in race 1. Latour second, Denarder third, and Denarder has got through. Denarder looking for his second podium of the day. Only a minute and a half plus a lap for Latour to regain that position. Denarder, who came here second in the overall standings. Jaminet is going to leave with an extended lead, though, of course, as the debate goes on involving Alexandre Joannem. We're talking with the Michelin man about the tyres, and it was working, and that's why he smiles with him. Well, Laurent is in a comfortable second here. As long as Jaminet can deal with the back markers, he will get the win. It's Dylan Dedale who is looking like being the best placed of the GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux drivers. There's the 555 of Julien Unglauer. Coming into the last lap then for Mathieu Jaminet. Jaminet might have lost his 100% record here, but it didn't happen. The black flag for Alexandre Joannem. So the top three looking like being Jamin, then Laurent, then Bernardo. Doesn't look like Latour is going to be able to do anything to reclaim that third position. What a record Mathieu Jamin has. Didn't make a good start on the second race. He said he needed to be careful here. Needs to be prudent because it was a very damp and slippery track. Julian Andlauer set to get 4th or 5th position here. Looks like 5th. Yeah, he will be 5th behind Latour and Denarder. Looks like Jamin is going to miss out on the point for the fastest lap as Beltoise holds that. Beltoise, who we saw into the gravel trap earlier when running second in the race. The checkered flag and 8 wins from 8 this season for Mathieu Jamin. Wasn't a procession like race 1. He inherited the leadership after Joannim's black flag. Thomas Laurent in second, Geoffrey Denarder third, Florian Latour fourth, Julian Andlauer fifth, and Christophe Lapierre with 2 wins from 2 in the gentleman's drivers B category. The best placed Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Benelux driver, Dylan Dedali. This is Roar Lindland. Lindland, who's going to come in behind Dedali and Michelin. So Michelin getting in between Lapierre and Lindland in the B category. Maxime Jambert in the 16 crossing the line. Very good day for Martinet by Almiras. Top 2 for Mathieu Jamin and Thomas Laurent, and Nicolas Michelin getting second in the gentleman drivers category. Mathieu Jamin triumphant again. Jamin having a great season. Jamin is going to be in the Blancpain Endurance Series with IMSA. And that's to follow on MotorsTV. Maxime Jus trying to get the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, and he's going to be replaced by Mathieu Jamin. Wonderful season. And now he's going to get to go in endurance at Nürburgring. Into the Parc Fermé. Mathieu Jamin, 2 race wins on the day, still unbeaten in 2016 in the Porsche Carrera Cup France. It was tougher with Alexandre Joannem there. I'm sure Jamin didn't force things there when he knew about the drive-through penalty for Joannem. Joannem never came in, got the black flag. Yeah, it was okay, is what Jamin said.
Mathieu, alors ce matin c'était compliqué, mais alors cet après-midi les conditions c'était vraiment pas simple. Partir en slick c'était un gros pari. Alexandre Joannem en avait fait un autre, la course en a décidé autrement, mais bon quand même vous avez été menacé aujourd'hui.
Yeah, I was threatened today. It was much damper in the afternoon and in the morning. I knew that Joannem had come out and wet tyres. He came and cleared. Then I saw I was coming back onto him as there wasn't as much rain and his tyres were going off. My slick tyres were working better. And then I controlled it with Thomas Laurent behind me, my teammate. I didn't want to take any risks. And then I came through to the checkered flag, winning again. You've missed out on 2 points this season. They said fastest lap points. Yeah, it's incredible. I'm sure it hasn't happened often in the Carrera Cup France. This is going much better than anyone expected. I want to win all 12 now. Well, there you go. There are his ambitions. Run the table all the way through. Didn't get the fastest lap point in race 2. Francois Beltoise took that. So Mathieu Jamin still unbeaten. The next round at Imola.